Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Midnight Project here with a quick public service announcement for you. If you are ready to vote this year, there are some strange things that at least we've noticed here in Nevada. And so we kind of wanted to bring light to it in case you've noticed this in other cities, in other states as well. Some little weirdness going on when it comes to grabbing your ballots this year that we wanted to kind of address real quick. So, Lamont, take it away, brother. Go ahead and explain it.
First and foremost, I want to say that 2024 is a big year because it is an election year. And for those of you who are not registered to vote, you want to get out there and try to set yourself up and choose your party and et cetera, so you can cast the ballot for whoever it is you want to vote for and whoever you would like to become president. But for most Nevadans who are already registered to vote, like myself, unfortunately, we registered as Democrat. We would have received this ballot, this mail-in ballot in the mail recently in the last few days. And the issue I've seen with this is that for the Republican side, there's no Trump, Ron, or Vivek on there, which I kind of scratch my head on that, you know? Go ahead, take a look, show the people. Yeah. So that was a little weird to me. And so I started digging into that. And then the other thing I found out that was kind of weird is that like JD and a few of my other friends, they're registered as Republican. Yep. And it's weird because they haven't even received this yet. So those of you who are listening who are Republican, you probably haven't received this, which is kind of strange to me in itself. But, you know, that's another rabbit hole to go down. But upon doing some digging, let me take a sip. Get on my level, dog. So upon doing some digging, for those of you who don't know, the presidential primary election is supposed to take place Tuesday, February 6th. And for the first time in a long time here in Nevada, a lot of people are confused at what's going on because of those top names that are not on this ballot. And the February election, unfortunately, is only for people who are registered as Democrats and Republicans. So those of you who are registered as Libertarians or Independents won't be able to vote in February, which is, I think it's BS. You know, I feel no matter what party you're registered to, you should be able to vote. But if you want to be able to participate, you would have to wait to June if you're registered as a Libertarian or an Independent. But the unique thing here in Nevada is that you can change your political party and vote the same day. So you have that option to go down to whatever voting poll in your neighborhood and change your election of your party.
Can you change a bunch of different times and then
that I don't know.
And vote again?
That's interesting. But
well, I get 3 votes because I was Independent, Republican, and Democrat in the whole same.
I doubt that you can change multiple times.
I mean, they got dead people voting still, so why not?
Do they? Where?
I mean, that happened last election, right? They already proved that shit. There was dead people voting. Y'all was dead. It's still voting.
R.I.P. I appreciate you putting in your vote from underneath the earth.
Thank you for becoming the land of the dead, the dawn of the dead, zombies and shit.
Yeah, so that's one of the unique things about here in Nevada. So remember that. If you are registered as a Republican or a Democrat or a Libertarian or an Independent and you want to change your party, you can do so at the voting poll and at the same time vote the same day, which is something that I'm going to exercise because, like I said, I'm registered as Dem. And yeah, I'm switching that up for obvious reasons. But another thing is that Republican voters, they can participate in either party. A lot of those names that I mentioned, they actually opted out of being on this ballot because they're going to be a part of the
GOP sanctioned.
Yes, the GOP sanctioned caucus, which will take place 2 days after the Tuesday, February 6th thing. So that'll be on February 8th.
And so that's the main reason we wanted to kind of put this video out real quick, because we didn't want people to get nervous if they got their ballots and feel like they were obligated to pick somebody that was on their the paper that they gave that I was showing you the list for earlier. Correct. If the person you want is not on this, don't feel obligated to pick where you don't want to be. Wait a couple days. Wait for the next ballot to come out where you could actually pick the person that you want.
Exactly.
why these people. I mean, even Christie was on there before.
Yeah, before
he
he
decided
dropped out.
to drop out. At this point, everybody knows he's dropped out. He's no longer running for president.
Yeah.
For some reason, yeah, which I think is dumb. Even if they're not showing up to this event, they should still be on the fucking list.
Yes, they should.
And that's something that should be addressed as well, because this only causes confusion. Because I know you were definitely confused when you brought it up.
I was confused as hell.
I didn't even know, because again, I didn't even get this yet as a Republican. They didn't mail me mine.
Yes.
And so when this happened, I was like, wait, why the fuck are so many names missing?
And that's why I felt the need to do this public service announcement for you guys, our viewers, because I felt like this is kind of a setup to deter you or to confuse you enough to where you would make an irrational decision. Because, I mean, let's face it. Who is Scott Tim, who is on the Republican Party? Let's go to the Democrat
It's
side.
almost like they're setting this up for people to vote for fucking Nikki Haley, who
Right.
I think sucks.
But let's go to the Democrat side. Who is Stephen Lyons? Who is Jason Michael Palmer? Who is Donald Pickard? Like, we don't know a lot of these names.
Yeah.
So then I feel like a lot of people, unlike myself, they don't even do their research on voting, which I feel like it is your duty to research these people and figure out who is the best out of them, no matter their party. But a lot of people don't. And so obviously it's like familiarity.
Which
like,
is exactly why, even though I'm Republican, the last person on this list I would fucking vote for is Nikki Haley. I do not trust her ass.
Yeah, no.
I do not trust. I don't.
But
like
most
it.
people
I
would
don't
just
like
go
it
for
at
the
all.
known name, which is Biden over here. So
Fuck whatever your party is.
yes.
If the candidate you're searching for is not on this list, do the right thing. Pick none of these candidates.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you don't even have to use this at all. Remember, this is like a mail-in ballot. So you could actually wait until that February 8th to vote if you're voting Republican. And then also what is it called? What's the election in November? This is the primaries. I forget what it's called. But yeah, in November, I believe the primaries is closed too. That's another sucky ass thing, which means that if you're registered as a specific party, you only can vote for that specific party, which I think is ass. That's a violation to our rights, I believe. I believe if anybody's on the presidential ballot, it doesn't matter if I'm registered as alien, I should be able to vote for all of them.
Yeah, see, and that's my gripe with that, because like you have to switch your political party every time you're gonna fucking vote.
They're working on changing it though.
It should be changed, because I remember, like, so I didn't like Bush,
Right.
but I wasn't
vote
old
then.
enough to vote yet.
Me neither.
Barack was the first time I was able to vote.
Me too.
So I voted for him his first term. I had
Likewise.
to switch and claim that I was Democrat then. Didn't like anything he did, so I didn't vote for him his second term.
Yeah.
Voted for Trump.
I think I talked to you about this situation about 2 years ago when we had our locals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had the
Because
same
there was
issue.
people that, like, the governor I wanted to vote for who was Republican, I couldn't vote for him because I was registered as Democrat.
Yep.
But then there was people I wanted to vote for like mayor and all that stuff who was Democrat. And so it pissed me off. But
All right,
whatever.
so let me ask you this real quick.
Yeah.
Who do you want to vote for president
For president?
this next term?
Come on,
Coming up.
man. Dun, 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 dun. Make America great again. I mean, it's just obvious, bro. Like, a lot of people.
Let the record show that's a Democrat saying he wants to vote for Trump again.
Well, see, the thing is I'm not a Democrat. I'm actually an independent. But like I said, 2 years ago when we had our local elections, I couldn't vote for the mayor and all them because, again, it was a closed election. So
They
if you
basically
were
canceled you out.
Yeah, so if you were registered as an independent, they only sent you the people who was running that was independent. It was like 2 names. So I'm like, what the hell? So when I went down to vote, I switched to Democrat because majority of the people I wanted to vote for like city council and all that kind of stuff was Democrats. But then it pissed me off because then that's when I found out I couldn't vote for the people that I wanted to vote for who was Republican because I did my research. I went on, I Googled these people, I looked at each name, and I figured out, okay, I want to vote for this guy for this office, this lady for this office. But I feel like it was bullshit that they made me pick and choose a side. Like, I want to be on the side of right, period.
Right. Yep.
And I feel like if this person
should.
Yeah, I feel like if this person is who I feel aligns with my values, my morals, and they're libertarian, then I should be able to vote for them, even if I'm not registered as a libertarian. It doesn't matter. Because just be honest, party don't matter. I'm picking the best person who's running. You know what I mean?
As it should be.
Yeah. It's like a fucking NBA draft or something. You're picking the best person you can pick for what you need. Like, it doesn't matter what they are, black, white, green, yellow, who cares? But they do that shit to divide us. But yeah, so I'm going to go with Trump because just call a spade, and everybody listening, I'm sure you can attest to this. When Trump was in office, I mean, he was making an ass of himself a little bit on the internet. But at the end of the day, we had more money in our pockets. Gas was low. I was able to work my ass off. And because of that, I was able to save enough money. I bought me a home.
Inflation was low. Unemployment was low.
Exactly.
Like, everything was low.
I was looking at that point. Like, I'm looking at my experience then compared to now. So if I'm going to roll the dice, I'm going to roll the dice with what I know happened.
Yep.
And I would hope that I can get at least 4 more years of that to have a little more money in my pocket to be able to invest, to maybe have a successful business or get a second home to rent out. Something where I can get ahead and get out of this rat race, because this other shit is keeping me stuck and I don't like it. It causes anxiety. It causes frustration, depression. Like I'm not for none of that. So that's why.
So for me, it's going to be either Trump again, because for all the same reasons you were just stating. And then fuck everything that the media tries saying about, oh, he's racist, this,
media
that,
is full of shit.
It's such bullshit. Just stop. Get over it.
Yeah.
Like, go. Anybody that's ever believed anything that the media has said, go and watch a full fucking clip without a snipped version of what Trump said, and you will realize that almost everything that this fool said has been taken out of context. Now, don't get me wrong. The guy he needs somebody to sit in his corner and say, hey, motherfucker, stop fucking tweeting at 3 in the goddamn morning. Sit your ass down and go to sleep. Yeah. Motherfucker, stop.
He needs a social media chaperone.
Yeah, he definitely fucking does.
Like, he has to go through said person to actually post what he wants. Like, and then they could verify and say, nah, we're not putting this shit out.
You about to stop. I'm about to cancel you.
Yeah. I'm canceling
because
you.
Think about it, like, literally, half the fucking war. Look, Ukraine and Russia weren't going to go to war on Trump's watch.
Man, listen,
North Korea wasn't going to test rockets like that. I was like, what the fuck is y'all
This dude did some unthinkable shit. He was cool with Putin, kept him at bay. He went to North Korea, which I don't think no president from the U.S. went over there for
like 50 years. It was like 50 years. He's the first president in 50 years to go over there and go on their territory and say, hey,
look, bro,
fuck off, little man.
What's the problem, dog? What do you call him? Rocket Man?
Yeah,
like, gave him a nickname.
Go sit your ass down.
But I mean, that's what we need, because right now the world is headed to fucking self-destruction, bro. And
if it's not Trump, then I do like Vivek.
Yeah, I
feel like Vivek, he not only is very open with people, but he's also very understanding as a person. So if you have a legitimate gripe, I feel like he's somebody that will actually sit back, analyze it, and then come out with an intellectual way of being able to try and figure out a solution to it.
He almost seems like one of those guys
he's one of the guys too good to be true.
Right. He almost seems like one of those guys where if you send him a tweet or mail in a letter, he'll respond.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
You know, at least for now. It could all change once they get in office, which we know has happened, but as Americans, we keep our faith and we hope and we keep our fingers crossed with our toes and just hope that doesn't happen. But at the end of the day, as a nation, we need somebody in there that's going to do for us, because we got a lot of people in there that's fucking us over. And I'm sick of it.
We're all rough and rugged.
Very sick of it. Yeah. So again, if you guys are not registered to vote, you need to do so. Go out and register. And remember that if you want to register to vote for the Republican Party, you won't be able to vote for those said names that are not on the ballot until February 8th. So keep that in mind. And also, you can go down the same day that you're voting to change your party. So if you are registered as one of those parties that unfortunately doesn't really matter, it's the Libertarian and the Independents, which I think is full of shit. But we know they don't get no recognition. But if you are registered as one of them, you could go down there and change that to vote for the person you think is the best.
And speaking of the best, if you're watching this today, it is MLK's birthday.
That it is, you know.
One of the best when it came to civil rights movements and looking for equality. And so if you're watching this right now, Lamont actually wrote down some fun facts that maybe some people who aren't as well educated in Black History Month
Right.
wouldn't know. And so let's go ahead and share some of that.
Yeah,
give us that info.
I got 3 fun facts about Martin Luther King Jr. that I feel most people probably didn't even know. The first being that he was named after a German monk.
Yeah, which that one I didn't know.
Yeah,
that one I didn't know.
Which his father had met when his father went to Germany for some time and visited. And the man's name was Martin Luther. So that's where he got the name Martin Luther, you know. And
oh, one question with that.
What's up?
He's Martin Luther King Jr. So was his dad named that and then he passed that on to?
Which is weird. No. His dad's
So
name
how the
wasn't.
fuck is he a junior?
I don't know. I didn't name him. But that's his name.
That's awkward.
Yeah.
It's awkward. Maybe someone's got some info on that. Share, please.
Yeah, if you know if you know a little more,
Educate me.
you know, send some comments our way, you know, which we've been doing pretty good in the comment section. And I want to say thank all of you guys for leaving us comments, even the shitty ones, you know. Comment is a comment. The second thing that I didn't know is he was arrested 29 different times.
That I did know.
On bullshit charges, you know, all kind of things. So that was crazy.
You got to remember that was a period where you couldn't be black in America.
Yeah.
That was just the time. That's the time that it was. Let's acknowledge the history that America's had.
I couldn't even fathom just you couldn't be black in America. Like that sounds.
You're drinking out of the white fountain. What? Bitch, water is water. What are you talking
I'm
about? Like, what the
dehydrated.
fuck? I need a drink, bitch. What the fuck?
You best die, boy. Like what? Like
fuck your mother.
Yeah. Another fun fact about him is that he actually survived his first assassination attempt. You know, the first assassination attempt was September 20th, 1958, and he survived that one. Unfortunately, his second one he did not.
All right, and that I knew. I knew he had another. He's probably had other attempts planned, but nothing actually like acted on.
Which his second one, most people will say he did survive. Because there are reports that he did not die from that.
Yeah.
He died in the hospital from pillowcase to the face. I haven't dived enough into that conspiracy.
Maybe we could do a conspiracy theory episode where we talk about that. Who knows?
Yeah.
That could be one of them.
But pretty much we just wanted to do a tribute because like we said, you'll be watching this episode on today, January 15th, Martin Luther King's birthday, right? It's the 15th, yeah. So we just want to say happy birthday to Martin Luther King. And, you know, we thank him for everything he's done, you know.
And as always, subscribe, share, and show that you care.
Thank you.